Hey, Decide Your Destiny crew, Kyle Spreedy's here. Thanks for joining me for another Decide Your Destiny daily dose. Decide to have follow through. If you say you're going to commit to something, commit. Have follow through on your word. It's such an important thing to be your word and make sure that people can trust your word. Two recent examples of this. I was recently doing a shoot for some people that just put their company, they listed it on the stock exchange. And when these two people got together and they started, they created their company and they built it up, they had one big Arvo afternoon and they had a big case of beer, and they made a bet with each other. They said, if we ever list this company on the stock exchange, we're going to get the tattoo of the code, the code that you put in when you want to purchase, when you want to get some of their stock. So some of their shares, sorry. So that's what they did. They followed through. I was at the shoot, they just listed and they both had tattoos, big tattoos on their arm of the code. So now I'm not saying, you necessarily need to have those sorts of bets or those sorts of follow through, but that's just an example. Another example, a friend of mine wanted me to go and join them for, a march for a cause they believed in, There's so many marches in 2020, 2021. There's a march every weekend, and I went, all right, look, I'll come, but I'll be the photographer. I'll take some photos, and I'll take some photos of you there, and take some photos of the event. So you got the memory, and that way I'm kind of in the middle, if you know what I mean. So you got to have follow through. Even if you're a bit worried about the march, if you heard some things that's going to happen, or you're not too sure. You still stick to your word and you just follow through. And, I think it's such an important point. If you think about goals, Bruce Lee said something great. I heard it on a video the other day, and it was how goals are, nothing more than direction. Goals are just your direction of where you want to go. And follow through is the steps along that direction. Follow through is the accomplishments. It's the, landmarks. It's the moments along the way where you're arriving at different points of your success. So, that's why it's really important to have follow through in your life. And, for me, one of my goals was to find an accountability buddy that I could have for my business. Someone I could meet, weekly, speak to about business, and just keep each other in check with our goals for what we wanted in the year. And just recently, I put that down last year as a goal for this year, and just recently I got an accountability buddy, which is great. We do a call Monday morning and we just chat about our goals and we keep each other in check. We say, all right, these are the things that you want to achieve, and then we break it down. All right, realistically, how are you going to get here? And then we keep each other in check, because we both want to follow through on our goals. You want to follow through on your predestined obligations. You want to follow through on your dreams. So whatever you need to do, whether you need to write your goals down, daily. I mean, I write them down daily. You can write it down twice a day, in the morning and every night. I don't care if you need to write it down every 2 hours. Whatever you need to do to follow through, whether you need to get 20 accountability buddies. I've got one for my book that I'm writing. I've got one for my photography business. So, it's just important to make sure that you have those accountability buddies, that you have what you need in place. Make sure that you follow through on your predestined obligations, because you'll feel so much better about yourself. You'll feel happy, you'll feel satisfied. Every little circle or square that you can tick off the checklist that you've done, that you said I was going to commit to this and you've done, it's just going to bring you so much more strength that you can use to get onto the next, stepping stone, get onto the next goal, get onto the next achievement, the next place that you're going to arrive at. So anyway, guys, that was the Decide Your Destiny for this week. And just ask yourself, well, I'll ask you now, what are your, follow through methods? Do you have accountability buddies? Do you have, do you write your goals every day? Do you check in with a mentor? Do you have a coach? What are your follow through, techniques that you use to make sure that you stick to what your predestined obligations were? So anyway, guys, as always, remember, like, subscribe, share. If this one resonated with you, maybe you might want to share it around with someone else who's struggling to follow through, and this might help them out. And yeah, remember, as always, decide your destiny. Cheers.